Okay, back at the pod board. I was going to do this before I did respiration photosynthesis, but I forgot. And so I thought about it while I was doing those two. We need to sort of talk about the dynamics of a chemical reaction. Because we have done this, but we haven't really talked about what everything means in the chemical reaction. It's going to be very short and kind of get to the point here. Alright, so when we're looking at chemical reactions, we have two here, again, photosynthesis, respiration. Okay, we need to talk about what these are. Okay, the stuff on the left here, we call these the reactants. They're basically the input of a chemical reaction. Okay, so the reactant here of photosynthesis, okay, and the reactants of respiration. Alright? Now, the reactants react. They change. And what the arrow means is, okay, this arrow basically means change is occurring. Alright? Now in photosynthesis, I draw the sun above the arrow because without the sun, change can't occur. Okay, some people draw it over here as one of the reactants. No. It makes change occur. So it basically is the arrow, per se. Okay? The arrow means that change just occurred. And then we have our product on the right side. Now in some chemical reactions, you will see a double arrow like that. What that means is these can turn into these, but the product can then basically go backwards and turn back into the reactant. Okay? With photosynthesis here, we're just going to draw the arrow in one direction. We use these reactants, we produce these products. And they have to be balanced on both sides. What that means is we have the same number of atoms on this side as we do on this side. So if you count them, on this side we have 6 carbons, and on this side we have 6 carbons. And you can do that with both sides, with the hydrogens and the oxygens, and you will notice that we have the equal number on both sides. You can't create 6 carbons from just one. We have to put 6 carbon dioxide into this reaction to get 1 sugar. We have to have 6 carbons to make a glucose, so we have to input 6 carbons. Okay? On the flip side, we put in 6 carbons in respiration. With 1 sugar, we put in 6 carbons. So we will release 6 carbon dioxides. Okay, so it's true for both sides. Whether we're talking about respiration, photosynthesis, any chemical reaction, they need to be balanced. They have reactants or inputs, and they have products or product. Okay? So those are kind of the dynamics of a chemical reaction. This is kind of how we write them. Alright? You will see people write them different ways sometimes, but those are kind of the basic, most basics of a chemical reaction. Reactants, products, the arrow means change happened. A lot of times we need to add something to make change happen, heat, whatever, okay? But those are the dynamics of a chemical reaction. Okay, very simple, very to the point, and that is it for our podcast. Okay? Later.